Hello Pocket Watchers, and welcome to Friday Night Fairy Tales with me, Ned the Gnome, and little Millie Mittens. Hello lovely, alright, yeah, how are you doing? Now it's a little bit windy in Fairy Tale Land tonight, so I'm going to try and not lose my hat while I tell you the story of the Frog Prince. Are you sitting comfortably? Bye bye Millie. Then I'll begin. Many years ago there lived a king whose daughters were all lovely. Now near the castle of the king was a large and gloomy forest, and in the middle of the forest grew a lovely old tree beneath whose branches splashed a little fountain. Whenever the days were very warm, the youngest princess went into the forest and sat by the fountain. Her favourite toy was a golden ball, and she would throw it high in the air and catch it again. One sunny day the princess was resting by the fountain as usual. She threw the golden ball into the air, but she didn't catch it. She missed it and it rolled off into the water. The well beneath the fountain was very deep, and the ball disappeared from sight and seemed to be gone forever. The princess began to cry, and as she wept, a voice called out to her.
"Why are you crying, dear princess?"
the voice asked. Well, the princess looked everywhere to find out who was speaking to her, and at last she realised it was a big frog sitting on the side of the fountain. Well, the princess was quite surprised to hear a frog speaking, and so she replied, "I didn't catch my beautiful golden ball and it fell into the water," she said.
"Do not cry,"
said the frog.
"I will help you if I can. What will you give me if I bring the golden ball back to you?"
Well, what would you like, dear frog?" said the princess. "Well, I have pearls and jewels and my golden crown."
"I cannot wear any of these things, little princess,"
croaked the frog.
"I would like you to take care of me and be my friend. I would like to eat from your plate and sleep in a comfy bed. If you will promise me these things, I will dive into the water and bring you back your golden ball."
"I'll promise you anything you ask if only you could find it," cried the princess. Well, the frog disappeared under the water. The princess started to feel a little uneasy as she thought about the promise she had made, but she didn't think she would actually have to carry it out. Suddenly the frog appeared, and in his large mouth was the golden ball. Oh, thank you very much, dear frog," cried the princess. She took it from him and began to run back to the castle.
"Wait for me. I cannot run as fast as you can,"
cried the frog.
"Remember your promise."
"Shh, fairies, be quiet. Shh. Dear, oh dear."
"I cannot run as fast as you can. Remember your promise,"
cried the frog. But the louder he croaked, the faster the princess ran. Well, the next day, the king and his daughters were sitting at the table enjoying their lunch when they heard a very strange sound. It went flip-flop, splashity, all the way up the marble stairs and ending outside the door of the banqueting hall. And then there was a knock on the door and a croaking voice.
"Let me in. Open the door, youngest daughter of the king, and let me in."
Well, the little princess went and opened the door, and when she saw who was sitting outside, she closed it rather quickly and went and sat down again, looking very pale.
"What is the matter?"
asked the king.
"You look as if a giant had come to carry you away."
"It's not a giant," wailed the princess. "It's a great ugly old frog."
"What can a frog be doing here?" asked the king in surprise.
"It's my own fault," said the princess tearfully. "He fetched my golden ball from the bottom of the fountain, but first made me promise to let him come here and be my friend."
"He sounds a very unusual kind of frog,"
said the king.
"But if you made a promise, daughter, you must keep it. Let the frog in."
Well, the frog hopped up to the princess's chair.
"Let me sit on your chair,"
he croaked. So the princess had to lift him up and put him beside her on the chair. And from there, he just jumped onto the table.
Now push your plate towards me so we can share some food,
he croaked. The princess did so, and the frog had a lovely meal.
I've had enough to eat,
said the frog,
but I am tired and ready to go and sleep in a comfy bed.
Well, the princess simply burst into tears. She didn't want a cold, muddy frog anywhere near her bed, but the king was angry.
The frog helped you when you needed him, he said. You must not despise him now.
So the princess had to carry the frog up to the spare room, and she put him in the corner. But he soon jumped away from there.
I want to sleep in a comfy bed, or I will tell your father,
he croaked unkindly. Well, at that, the princess was so angry, she screamed at him, "Be quiet, you ugly old frog!" But she felt really bad, and so she apologised to the frog. And as she did so, the frog changed into a handsome young prince with a face and form not at all like that of a frog.
I was bewitched and I had to stay in the shape of a frog until a kind princess became my true friend,
he told her. For although he didn't look like a frog, he still had the voice of a frog. Anyway, the prince and the princess became great friends, and later on, when they were old enough, they got married and they lived happily ever after. Oh, all right then. See you later. Bye.